Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for Subnautica Saturday. I'm your gracious host, of course, Mr. J. Lewis. With me today is my producer, Mrs. Julia Lewis, sharing my last name, of course, because we're married and all. It's been over 15 years. Can you believe it? It's phenomenal. I love it. Absolutely mind-blowing. So, but then time just melts away like the snow in the sun if you're having fun, and that's exactly what happened to us. So here's the thing. I've discovered some of the issues. I've been researching some of the issues that have happened yesterday with me not being able to start the stream on time. And guess what? The same thing happened today. I wasn't able to, with the YouTube Classic interface, I wasn't able to start the stream just like I usually do. I go into scheduled events. There's an event that I've scheduled to start at a particular time, like, Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then then you send data to YouTube. Then YouTube says, oh, great, we're seeing you. Click this button so that you can, see the data in a preview player. And you think, okay, that's great. And when that's happening, you press another button that says go live. And at that point, you all can see the signal. And before then, you can stop and send different data and you make adjustments and all that so that the packets kind of settle down on the way to YouTube. And this kind of the way this works. So, sadly now, yesterday there was an issue and I could never press the start streaming button. I was sending data, YouTube said, A-OK, and then that button was unpressable. So I thought maybe it's a temporary hitch, restart your computer, is it plugged in and all that. So I've tried that and it looked like today was going to be a better day, but no, looks like YouTube have made a change. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but there are these two types of YouTube interfaces. There's what they call YouTube Classic, and then there's the YouTube Studio Beta, which is currently full of bugs and looks different, but that's where they're heading. And live events was something that have only recently been implemented in that interface. And I was lucky that I could start the stream today with the new interface. But the old interface seems to now have a permanent issue with which we can't start scheduled events anymore. So effectively, you can't really go live anymore with the old interface. And I wonder if that's kind of YouTube's way of saying, please move over to the new interface and, leave us be. But hey, one of those things. At least I've found out. And your chat now that I've got on the other monitor, that's now all on a black screen with the classic interface on a white screen. Now it's on a black screen. It looks very, very swishy, I must say. It's nice and contrasty. So there you go. That's what's happening behind the scenes. Today, of course, is all about Subnautica. And I was thinking we can do one of two things today. So one is that we can we've saved our game on the floating island there, and I think an appropriate title for this episode is called Visiting Twin Peaks, because we're already in what I'd like to refer to as Twin Peaks in Subnautica. So that's that island, and maybe I can go and start this thing. And that would be our game. Yes, last played on the 4th of May. That's the one. Let's go and load that in. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be back on the island. That's where we're going to start. And we'll see what else we find. We've discovered that there's this abandoned type structure on one peak. And now we're going to go on the other peak and see what's going down in that structure. There were some other things on the bottom there, like, outdoor planters and all that. So that's very interesting stuff. Perhaps we're going to have a look at, what those plants are all about. Perhaps we can grow some fruit when we get back to the base. So that's the plan for today. That's one plan for today. The other plan for today is that Mr. Rod Shelley, has very kindly provided some screenshots from his long-running comic series, The Girls from TNA. So he sent me some screenshots, and we're going to try and put those in those picture frames that we can build out of a piece of copper wire, I believe. So put your own screenshots into that. If this works, and I haven't really tried that out yet, I hope I've copied the files into the right locations. We'll see what happens, and we can deck out our base and make some adjustments. Perhaps put a desk in there next to the chip machine, and perhaps we'll see what else happens. So that's the plan for today. Other than that, how is everybody doing today? There's one thing I wanted to discuss with you. I've discussed it with Christina already on the email earlier. I'd love to try this Microsoft thing called Mixer. And Mixer is much like this YouTube Live thing, just run by Microsoft. Microsoft bought this, so you need a Microsoft ID to log in. And I'd love to do a test on Monday, 4 p.m. So this coming Monday, in 2 days. If you're up for that, then please join me there. I will talk perhaps a little little link in the chat right now to my mixer thing. So that's where I'll be Monday 4 p.m. We'll play Portal or something, and the reason why we're doing that off YouTube is because the latency between mixer and all of us is going to be minimal, whereas here it's still about 5 to 8 seconds depending on, you know, time of day, I guess, but on mixer it's supposed to be less than a second. So let's go try that out. If you're free, it's just a test. We'll see how it works out. Maybe we'll do that more often. Other than that, that's okay, Christina. Christina and I had a chat yesterday after our stream about where's the denoiser in the Blender 2.79 version that has got the new CUDA version. It's all very complicated, but they're building new versions all the time, and there is one that works with my RTX 2080 graphics cards. We'll talk more about that as we explore the island. Let's have a look what's happening here. So that's not what we need. Where are we? This door can't be closed. That's number one. And what else is happening? The ocean, of course. That's nice. The aurora, yes. And that, did you see that over there? That looks like these fishy little clouds over there on the left-hand side. Can you see that? When I move further to the left, they seem to go away. That, I think, is the other island. There's something else there. Let's see the green thing there on the left-hand side. I don't know what that is. I don't think we can go there. Oh yeah, green everywhere. I have a feeling that's probably the end of the Subnautica universe. Huh. Oh yeah, I can see there's some kind of, oh yeah, I'm getting an error message here from YouTube. It's saying we're not receiving enough data to maintain a smooth stream. Ay caramba, why is that? Oh yeah, and of course there's a fluid intake thing. What are we going to take care of first? Do we have fluid? We have about 1 bottle, so let's do that.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Refreshing. Yes, that is a little bit wonky, isn't it? So, interesting. So OBS says everything's cool. YouTube says things are not so cool. That's good that the data appears to leave me well, apparently. Okay, maybe it was just a temporary hitch. Okay, that's a good tip. Thanks, Christina. There's a little gear icon at the bottom right with which you can set your video quality. So if one isn't working, like, 1080 60 might not be working, try 720, and if that isn't working, try 480. But try those options out, and they will make your player pull in more or less data, and that may lead to superior results. So I'm thinking, I mean, this is a little bit cramped here in this old abandoned base, but I'm thinking we should do something like this. Have a little chair in our base when we get back, and perhaps a desk, and one of those science-y desks, and perhaps we're going to make something like that. What do you think? For now, I've just picked up some of these things, which are Chinese potatoes. I think we can eat them. Look at that, these large things here, Chinese potatoes. And we can eat them, and they hydrate us as well. So we have enough food, and, we've got a little bit of water here. And I believe if we take these with us, we can make one of these little planters ourselves, and then plant this and grow these ourselves in our base. So I'm looking forward to that, because that means we don't have to catch so many fish anymore. So, getting our bearings. Oh, very good point. Christina says it's not her tip. It was Dreamlabs or Biscuits yesterday. That is true. I think it was Dreamlabs. And yes, that is true. But it's always good to share these tips, no matter who originated them. So look, we're on peak number 1. We're going to go over here to peak number 2, this thing here. That's something that looks strikingly similar to whatever's on this peak here. And perhaps we're gonna find something else there, more goodies, more, parts of the story. The issue is, of course, how we're going to get down here without dying. Let me see if I can just about do this. Don't want to fall. Yeah, that's a steep walk there, dude. Very cool. Yeah, but it's working. Good stuff. I don't think if we could probably not walk up there anymore, but certainly down, that'll work fine. And perhaps I'm going to try and make my way over on this mountain pass here. I've been investigating in preparation for this. I've been investigating how and if two GPUs are. I can utilize two GPUs for a stream, so that basically one GPU deals with rendering these images, and one GPU may be able to stream the signal and transcode the signal. Hello, Dreamlab. Nice of you to drop by. Thank you. We were just talking about you. See how far I can go up here, and I've been able to do that. So that's a really good tip. OBS has an option in which you can set the GPU that needs to transcode the signal. So the game usually doesn't let you do that. The game is running on the GPU that wherever your monitor's plugged in, I believe, and OBS has a setting there. Oh, look at that! That was fast, wasn't it? We've traveled all the way from here over to here in a matter of moments. To speak with Cliff Richard. Stasis rifle. Ooh, look at that. Let's grab that. Stasis rifle is good. That's good for catching fish. Acquired. I like that. Stasis rifle. And do we have all the bits already? Let's just have a look. Stasis rifle. That's another thing that we can play with when we get back to the base. Stasis rifle. Computer chip, battery, magnetite, and titanium. I think we can procure all these items. Light stick, we don't know how to make that yet. Okay, good stuff. Something else to play with. And we found this too, a purple tablet. Very interesting. We don't have an iron cube yet. We've got diamonds, but I don't think we have iron cubes yet. Have we found one? Oh yeah, we found one. Yeah, it must have been on this island. I forgot where we found that now. Must have been on this island. Anyway, let's have a look at... Is this something? No, doesn't. It looks like a rusty piece of metal. Let's have a look what's happening inside this rusty old bucket. Oh, come on. If I'm allowed in. Don't think I'm allowed in here. That's good. Container. Open that supply crate. Yes, some water. That's exactly what we need. Very good. Very refreshing. Oh, this is scannable. I think this is a planter, an indoor grow bed. That's exactly what we need. So what we can do with that, what we can do with that is we can scan this fern palm. I don't think that's edible. We can grow our own bits and bobs on the inside of our base, and that means we can now eat fruit like this. So this is we can pick these things up, lantern fruit. We can just pick those things up. They're large, so that's going to clog up our inventory. But we can probably take one or two. If we leave them in our inventory too long, they rot. So like this thing, we've had that in our inventory for a while. Well, since the other peak that we've just been into, and it's now an old Chinese potato. These things also will turn old unless we eat them beforehand, and then after that they'll turn rotten. So got to be careful. But so for eating old and rotten things are not so good anymore, like the Chinese potato that dehydrates us now. And the rotten Chinese potato will probably be detrimental both to food and to our hydration. But it can still be planted into one of these grow beds here, and then that'll make new plants. So that's good. Is there anything else scannable? Come on. Grub basket, yeah, that's good. Let's do that. Yes, I think so. Let's have a look for that PDA, Christina. Yeah, well spotted. Well spotted.
Integrating new PDA data.
Bart Toggle's log file number 3. I can't wait to listen to that. Let's see what else is around here, because I think that was pretty much everything. Yeah. Do you think we can make it onto the very top of this peak? What do you think? Is that a good idea? Oh, looks like it's working. Hey, I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio now. I'm on top of the world. This may well be the highest point in Subnautica. Yes, look, this thing here, if you pay attention to this area, as soon as I move my viewport over, it looks like it's revealing something else, and I think that's the other island that's kind of been covered by clouds here, by these 4 clouds. It looks like a sphere that's going over there. I think that's the other island that we're going to also investigate pretty soon. Yeah, that blue stuff there, that must be the end of the world. Yes, Rod, put your Twin Peaks soundtrack on. I think that's a great idea. If it was allowed, I'd totally play that now.
And then it's just loading it, it's really not slow.
Julia says the stream is unstable once again. Yeah, Rod is also not happy. I don't really know what's going on here. Yesterday it looked like, oh yes, my stream is also pretty terrible here. It looks like my data rate is too high that I'm sending, which is, of course, that's terrible. I had some issues yesterday with that, and I'm not entirely sure what to do about it. So my speed test says it's all good. There we go. Now it looks like it's becoming stable again. I don't know. It looks like we've got some trouble here with the internet. It could be that my Wi-Fi dongle is no longer functioning properly. That's possible. So I could throw over a little wired connection that may improve things. We'll keep it up as we are now. We'll just keep an eye on it. If this is getting worse, I may just have to do that. Just don't know how well Windows will work with that if I just put a wired connection in from my router. Ouch, that was not good. We've got these things here. Yeah, we've got the old lantern fruit now. Okay, and we've got ouch. Somebody's attacking me. Oh no, it's him. Little nasty critter. No. That's not good. Mine's back again. My connection looks like it's back again. YouTube reckons it's an excellent connection. I love it that YouTube tells you one thing and me another, and we're definitely on the same network. There's just no excuse for that. Marble melons, those are also edible items here. They're also good for drink intake. Marble melons. So it's a large one and it's a small one. Well, perhaps we're going to eat the large one because that'll hydrate us. And we see what else we can do here. Oh, really? Julia says the stream is now giving you advertising as well. That's terrible. What's going on? That's not something... So as soon as the stream stops, she says, and comes back, YouTube is kind enough to place an advert in there. That's annoying, isn't it? Well, tell you what, maybe while I'm just looking out at the sea here, let me go and put that wired connection in. It can only get better, you know. Let's try this. Let's try this. I'll just go and have a look what's going down here. Yeah, I'm still getting issues, so let's see what we can do. Yeah. Let's see if we can find that wired network input here on the back of my new computer. That could be it. I have two network ports on this machine, so I don't know exactly which one's the right one. And of course, I'm also not sure what's going to happen if I'm going to tell Windows now to not use the Wi-Fi anymore. Let me try. I'm not entirely sure if you can still hear me, but it looks like I'm now connected to a wired connection. I'm just doing a quick speed test here to see if I am indeed having a good connection here. YouTube says it's excellent. It certainly has improved my download speed, but is OBS happy? So I'm getting about 220, 230 meg down. That is exciting. That's exciting. And let's see the upload speed, which is of course what counts when I'm doing these things. That hasn't quite improved. That's still 16, 17 meg up. I believe my cable company here tell me it's supposed to be 25, but I guess that's not quite the case. There we go. Cool. I'm glad to hear it, Dreamlab. I hope it's going to be stable for longer, for better. I mean, if it is worth it, I have to just kind of throw a cable from over there to back over here across the room. I'm glad I have a long cable that allows me to do that. But if it certainly is making the stream more stable, I'm going to go and buy a longer one that I can put around here, and then, you know, we don't have to trample on that all the time. So hopefully this will sort out our problem. So perhaps, you know, this is making things better. Righty, let's have a look what else we can find on this island. But do keep me posted what it's like about the stream quality here, because sometimes if I'm getting into the game, it's difficult for me to have a look at those YouTube error messages in yet another window. So yeah, please let me know. There's a kind of a cave up here I'd like to check out, because there's one thing I remember from one of my previous playthroughs here. Oh, look at that. Perhaps that's exactly what I was looking for. Another PDA.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Oh, Degazi voice log number 3. The Aftermath.
New PDA data.
Cool. Yes, that's right, Dreamlab. I was thinking at least it excludes this thing from being the culprit. I mean, it's a tiny $20 USB thing that I plug into my computer, and I suppose when it's left alone, it's fine, but I've been plugging it in and out of so many computers recently. I wouldn't blame the little guy if he's packing it up, you know. Maybe it's just, it only has a half-life of, what, 24 months? Probably have reached that now. It feels weird being in Subnautica and not being underwater, by the way. It's very, very weird. Fingers crossed, yes, hopefully that was it. My return feed here looks absolutely dreadful. I can't see anything. It's buffering, but YouTube's just saying it has an excellent connection. Sometimes it has a kind of a red flag there and says "Oi." But Julia's happy and she's on our Wi-Fi, so we'll see what happens. Proposed Degazi habitat. I thought we were there already. 250 meters down. Or have we not seen that before? I thought we were there. Yes, that's the one in the jelly shroom cave, isn't it? I think that's what that was it. We'll see. We'll have a look at that next time. I'm going to find this little cave that is definitely in here somewhere. And that cave holds quite a secret, and I want to unveil it. Not that we can find out much about it when we find it, but it's one of those. The entrance has got to be here somewhere, and once we go in there, we'll find something that's just completely out of place. If only I knew where that entrance is, so... Looks like it could be somewhere here behind this rock formation. Damn. Can't quite make up my way up this rock. Oh my god, I nearly fell down here. Yeah, that looks very steep, doesn't it? Ah. I think the only way is down here. Ah, much better. Subnautica underwater. That's more like it, isn't it? Oh, glad to hear it, Christina and Rod and Dreamlab. Thank you so much for the feedback here. Because one of the things about Subnautica is really that the graphics are nice. They're so stunning that it's just good to have that in fluid motion in high resolution. So if you can get that 1080p 60 connection, that would be just awesome. And I must say the frame rate has improved with the new RTX card. It's definitely a higher frame rate, pretty solid at 60 frames, and with my GTX 970 I only got about just over 30, 40 frames, something like that. Torin Oakenshield said that, did he? Caves in the mountains are seldom unoccupied. That doesn't sound promising, Rod. What do you think? We're going to spot some evildoers here on this peaceful, tranquil little island? I don't even remember where that cave was now. You just wander around aimlessly and then eventually you go, oh, what's this? There's an entrance here somewhere. And then you wander into something. And then to add to that quote there by Mr. Oakenshield, there's also this thing about the four-dimensionality where you have all the three dimensions that we look at right now, but then also we have time. So sometimes we'll find that the things that we explore have been explored many years before by other people, and who knows what they've done there. Like this whole time dimension thing, and it's one of the things that fascinated me about Westworld. If you've seen that first season there, and we keep intercutting between two seemingly disconnected events until we find out they're actually 40 years apart. And that was very, very well done. I haven't seen the second season yet. Speaking of Twin Peaks and seasons and all, have you seen the third season of Twin Peaks that they've made a couple of years ago, 2017, I believe? Directed by Mr. Lynch himself. Can you believe it? Very cool. Most of the original cast are in it. And again, I haven't quite seen it. We don't have HBO. I think it was a HBO production. And we haven't got that. Twin Peaks was one of those TV shows that back in the 90s I thought was absolutely fantastic. And I haven't seen it since. I bet if I watch it today, I'm thinking, oh my god, I thought that was good. It's just this cult status that it has there, doesn't it? It's just, yeah.
Should have the stream that I'm
So I haven't found that cave still. Oh, ouch. Could this be it? No, that's just leading up down to the little water basin there. Okay, we're gonna do one more round here, and if we don't find it within the next 10 minutes, then we're out of here. Ah, look at that cave. That only took 10 seconds. I like that. That's very good. Switch on that light here to make it less uncreepy. There we go. That's what I mean. That's just totally out of place. So I'm really glad that we found that cave on such short notice. Let's go see if we can go down here without damaging ourselves. Yeah, so this certainly looks like we're not alone and somebody else has been here before. Hello Rick, welcome to the chat. How are you today? And see, this is the thing, Dreamlab. Sometimes the first seasons of something, they have a really strong idea, and then they go, oh great, now we have the budget to do this for the next 5 years, and do we still have ideas? Nah. I thought the idea of the whole Westworld, the movie from back in the day, that whole idea of how we deal with artificial intelligence and all that, I mean, that's a very hot topic these days, so I'm glad they've revived it, but I thought it was a nice cliffhanger that when the robots took over, I think it's a good idea to just go and say, hey, you know, the rest is going to happen in your mind now. So this thing is the kind of the turning point here in this cave on this island, the alien arch. Let's see what happens when we scan it. And see if we can read something about this alien arch. This structure's intended purpose is unclear, you don't say. Theories on function, ceremonial or religious role, industrial applications, advanced transportation network. Assessment, further research required. Yeah, either of these possibilities sounds interesting, but I have no idea right now if it is any of these things, what would we need to do? Is there a switch to flick this thing on, or? All I can tell you is that it's completely out of place. We're on a floating island in the middle of kind of a tropical jungle on an alien water planet. And now we're being told, and this is the fourth dimensionality that I was talking about earlier, now we're finding out that this thing, there's got to be, well, I say man-made. Perhaps it's not so much humans who've made this, probably definitely not humans who've made this, but it is nevertheless constructed. And yes, don't think I can walk up here or jump up here. No. There we go. That's what's in this cave. And of course, did I bring a beacon? Did I bring a beacon so that we can at least mark the entrance into that cave? We did not have a beacon. That's a shame. Decomposing small marble melon. So I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to eat any of these things. I'm just going to take them home, and then hopefully we can plant them into our own indoor grow bed here, and then, you know, that should do the trick. Do you know, Rod, it could well be a Stargate, yes. Or to say it with the end words of 2001 there, oh my god, it's full of stars. Maybe it is, once we switch it on. I can't wait for that to happen. So, I guess it's not far away from our Seamoth, so that's good to know. The Seamoth is about here. That was our initial landing place. Now let's find a way out of here before we die of thirst. Or we need to find some plants that we can eat, and that'll sustain us. You're right, Christina. Our mission was indeed to install phase gate, so that may well be something like the alien equivalent of a phase gate. Perhaps this is a phase gate. Very good point. It could well be that this is actually their version of a phase gate. And perhaps also, I mean, we don't really, do we know our employer's true intentions? Perhaps our employer has picked up something like that, and they're trying to reverse engineer this technology and then, you know, sell it. That's very possible. Good point.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Oh yes, computer. We're working on that. We were walking out of this. There we go. First edition Harry Potter. Do you know what that's worth, Rod? It's crazy. Oh, you have Game of Thrones in Germany, Christina? I've only just seen that. Very cool. I think I've seen some of the first season, and I can see why people get addicted to it. It's well made, I have to say, but I haven't watched more of that. It's first season. I think just when I was recovering from cancer, it was one of the things I've watched. My friend in Germany at the time was telling me that he was thinking of buying it on iTunes because he heard so many good things about it, and I guess at that point the German broadcasters hadn't aired that yet, so that iTunes was the only place where he could get it. Seamoth, here we come. And also, we can bobo tree. That is something we should eat. Perhaps that'll sustain us. Bobo tree, rotten Chinese banana. We're gonna get this. Perhaps have a med kit to free up some inventory. And there we go. Okay, because it looks like our vital signs are a little bit happier than they were a minute ago. I'm just gonna eat some more bobo tree for hydration purposes. There we go. And I think I'll take these two away with me as well. So we have 2 bobo tree samples, a bit of rotten Chinese potato, and some rotten lantern fruit. So we're going to go and plant that in our base. And we've got some marble melon. There we go. That's perfect. Let's take all that back to the base and grow some food. Do some indoor gardening. I like it. Yeah, hold on to them, Rod. Hold on to those first editions. Oh, I've not heard of those rumors. Netflix with HBO. It would kind of make sense. HBO's reach is no longer what it once used to be. And Netflix, I mean, it's Netflix. I just did this little calculation in my head a couple of days ago. I've no longer got Netflix, but we were paying about $10 for a year or two, or longer even. And if you imagine Netflix, I don't know what Netflix's reach is these days, but if you imagine they have 100 million people paying subscribers, then that means 100 million times $10. That's $1 billion in revenue every month, and that's just every month. So that's 12 billion a year, and no wonder they can buy good-looking programming and commission their own TV shows. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? The more their reach grows, I mean, those are numbers that are crazy. I don't know how many viewers Netflix have, but I would imagine it must be in the region of about 100 million. That's 12 billion bucks a year. And of course, you can then go to content providers and say, hey, if I give you 200 million for the first season of whatever, would that be okay? Any rights holder would say, yeah, absolutely. It's probably not even that. It's probably less than that, what they have for an annual deal with some kind of a TV show. Yeah, it's very different from the good old days where the big network stations had to put out advertising just so that basically create good-looking programming so that you'd watch the adverts. That was the thing. I remember when I was working in Germany in television, we had some clients who would come to us, and I had to do telecine for them. So that's transferring a movie, like a film print, onto video so that they could broadcast it. So sometimes they would buy something from an international rights holder, and they would send them a 35mm film print, and we would do the post-production for them, and then they'd have to pay for the overdubbing and all that. And yeah, I used to be in charge of the telecine and color correction. And I was sitting there with the client, and we were just casually talking about, hey, how does it work with television being interrupted with advertising? And he was telling me, well, it's a governmental thing that you're not allowed to interrupt a movie. This was back in the 90s. You're not allowed to interrupt a movie of 90 minutes more than 3 times in Germany. And he was saying sometimes what we do is if a movie is about 110 minutes, we're still only allowed to interrupted 3 times. So what we do is we just overlap bits of the movie that we just show them, you know, a few more times, because if it gets over 2 hours, we're allowed to interrupt it 4 times. Isn't that crazy? So there we go. If we make an indoor grow bed right here, I think that's a cool idea. We just put an indoor grow bed here and then grow our own food here and there. And then perhaps we're going to increase the reach of our base over here. That's kind of my plan. I'm just looking around here. And then we'll see if we build another room out here. That should work, shouldn't it? And this is our little observatory. Yes, that should work. If we just put another room just on the outside of this. Let's see if we can make that happen. We've got so much titanium. Do we have titanium with us though? No. We've got some batteries. Can we drop some batteries in this locker here? Yeah, let's just go and put some of those things in here, so we have a bit more room in our inventory. Grab some titanium and then make that base a little bit bigger, so we can, you know, ditch some of that stuff in here. Grow our own food. Let's do that. And we can put windows in here and all that sort of thing. Let's do some base maintenance. I'm thinking. Let's do that. So I think I can't do that from the inside. Well, actually, let me put the grow beds in first. Let's do that. Let's do that. Grow bed. Grow bed, there we go. Indoor grow bed for titanium. We have that. This is the place. And then if this is going to be our exit here, we can't put another one in front of the crisp machine here. Let's put one here and then we'll see what else we can do. Let's go put a planter in here. We've got these little planters here. Composite plant pot, basic plant pot, chic plant pot. What do you think? Chic plant pot? Is that a good idea? Let's use the chic plant pot. Whoops. Chic. We like style. And then of course the prawn suit poster. Well, you can always put that some other place here. Yeah, I could put one here. Could probably put 2 here. Look at that. Is that possible? Yeah, look at that. Great. We can maybe, if we tidy this up a little more, maybe we can fit 3. Yeah, let's try that. Let's put 1 here in the naughty corner. Now, it'd be so nice if we could build 3D clothing like this. No rigging, you just go point a gun and go bzz, there you go. Right, and in here, we're just going to go and pop that rotten lantern fruit in now. These things work like containers. You just pop them in there. Lantern fruit, Chinese potato. Perhaps Chinese potato goes into here. There we go. And this is now so cute. This is a super tiny growing little plant here. Computer annoys me with the fluid intake again, of course. I'm going to go finish my planting mission so that this has time to grow here. Yeah, look, these things, that's perfect. And of course we can then grow that seed and just spread that seed really. So rotten lantern fruit goes in here as well. And then perhaps these 2 here, decomposing bobo tree, is also going to go in here. So that should, in a few moments, well, days even, this should now yield trees, which hopefully bear fruit and all that. Look at that, look at them grow. How exciting. And he moves. That is so cute. So with that mission in progress, let's go grab some water. There's another thing that we're going to do at one point, and that'll be build ourselves a water filtration machine. That will be responsible for just continuously making water bottles and salt, so we never have to worry about those things again.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Oh, a little marble melon. That can also go into our base over here. Marble melon, perhaps here. There. Excellent. Fresh salad, that's it, exactly. It's good to be healthy, you know, not have so many crisps, he says. Chips even, sorry. We call them crisps in the UK, and we call them chips over here. That makes it really, really difficult. And Julia and I refer to these things as crisps still, But of course, if you tell Americans about crisps and a sandwich, they don't really know what that means. And when what we refer to as chips, that is really, that's French fries, really. It's all complicated, isn't it? So here's our base. I'm just thinking out loud here. What do you think? I'm proposing, and correct me if that is something that we shouldn't be doing, but I'm proposing that this room here could extend with this thing, with this knob further over here. I think we have to put like a connecting piece into here, and then that'll make our base grow into this direction. This here is our scanner room from the outside, and this is our moon pool. And sometimes that is difficult to build and attach it to the base. So there's been many reports on the World Wide Web that people have had great trouble adding these larger sections to their base. So I know this isn't the most efficient design. I'm just glad we could kind of make that, turn that into place. Adding other bits to the base isn't really a big issue. So we can build things above this thing. We can build things to the left and right of it. And perhaps we should build to the top. That's an idea. We can put another one of these things on top of here and have one that has lots of windows on the outside. That may be an idea. I remember we went to a hotel once in 2012. It was called it's in Kissimmee, I think. It's called the Gaylord Palms. It's a very large resort there in 2012. I was speaking at a Plesk conference there for Parallels. And we were there, and they had several themed restaurants in the bottom there, and one of them was like a large ship. That was kind of nice. There was an entertainer there who was playing guitar, and I thought, hey, I'm going to have some fish and chips. It's going to be great. And what I got was a piece of fried fish and potato chips. Because technically, I guess that was correct. Those were fish and chips. But it's just not what I had expected, because fish and chips, no matter where you go, always means a piece of fish with French fries. Oh, running out of titanium. Yes, this is what I was thinking we can do. This is another thing on top of that. So we're not going to enlarge the base so we don't have to travel so much. Just ran out of titanium. Let me just go grab some more. And then we could put some windows into that as well. Let's grab all the titanium that we have. Windows are, of course, made of quartz. We'll worry about windows in a minute. Let's get the basics right here. Aha. That looks scary. You can just about see inside here. That's nice. It's kind of a moving texture that I can see there. Very cool. Let's finish that off. There. So now, how do we get inside it? Let's find out. Yes. I think we have to build a ladder of some kind. Have we found a ladder yet? Ladder! Aha! Connects 2 floors. Yeah, can't put it there because of the indoor grow bed. Could put it here. But then if we put that here, maybe if we wanted to expand the base towards this direction, then we can't really... Can we put that in the middle? Can I put a ladder in the middle of the room? No, I guess I can't. Anywhere else? Can I put it on the side now? Also not possible. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Yeah, middle of the room. That's what I want. Aha! And now we can go up. No particular animation here. We just teleport it up and down. That's confusing to new players, but I guess this gets us up and down. So now we have another fully fledged all-purpose room up here. Very nice. Yeah. So this we can deck out. I'm thinking perhaps there should be a desk in here. This should be surrounded with windows, definitely windows, so we can look outside. The more items we attach to a base, the more the hull integrity goes down. That's one thing that we need to keep in mind. So next time I'm adding something, I need to have a look at the hull integrity, because if that goes below 0, I believe our base will flood. That's not good. So let's go and grab the quartz, turn that into glass. I don't actually know if we need glass for this or enameled glass, but let's go put some glass on this. Yeah, so you come in here and I'm thinking perhaps a window could go here. Yes, let's do that. Hull integrity is now 0.5. Okay, so I think if we put another window in, we would have issues with flooding here. So before that happens, I mean, it's funny to see that, but it's maybe it'll happen by accident one day. But before that happens, we need to strengthen the hull integrity here. So we can do that by adding these bits here, reinforcements. Take some lithium and titanium. Have we found lithium? We may well have a lithium cupboard downstairs. Let's have a look. We have so many cupboards down here. Lithium may well be one of them. Lead, food, magnetite, lithium. What do you know? Great. Maybe we'll put a couple of those in here. Yeah, this is one already. This is one of those reinforcements here. And this we're going to break through eventually too. So I'm going to go and add some of those into here. Reinforcement. Yeah, let's put them behind us maybe. Behind us? Yeah, let's put one here. There, now that should make the hull integrity better. +7, that's good. Great. Let's go and put some more windows here. I'm thinking if we put a window here, and have another one here, that kind of gives us that cinematic widescreen look. Look at that. Very nice, very nice. And then we could maybe have a desk here and a chair, and we can ponder and deliberate and all that. Read some, Chaucer and that. This is a high-tech starship desk. Is that the only one we've found so far? We've got a counter. That's nice. And a bench. Simple metal relaxation appliance. Conserves energy when resting. Common starship work desk. I mean, we need to get some work done here. Got planning to do and all that. So, what do you think? On an angle here? Let's move in, Rod. Yeah. I think we can have a bed behind us. We can have a bed in a different kind of place. Yeah, let's make this a little living space here. Yeah, perhaps the desk here. What do you think? Can you imagine? So how much is this base going for then? On planet 4546b. It's only several billion miles away from Earth, but hey, could be yours for only $9 million. Now, the choice of chair for the executive Starship Survivor. Swivel chair, turns 360 degrees, or command chair. I'm inclined to say perhaps the command chair with the command desk. But then the swivel chair, we've got a swivel chair downstairs. Maybe we'll have a command chair, which we obviously need to be placing somewhere here. That'll look good. I'm not sure if we can actually sit in it once the dust settles here. I'm not entirely sure about the construction of this chair. Either this object is sunk into the floor a little bit too much. I can't really see the physics holding up there. But hey, it's the future, so maybe we don't have to worry about it. Nope, stable. It's okay. I don't fall over. That's kind of nice. Ah, yes, this feels nice. This feels very nice. Yeah, can you imagine? Obviously, it would be wrong for us to put monitors here and then block the view. But maybe the monitors are integrated into the desk and it's all touch screen activated. Now that would be cool. I think all we need here upstairs now is perhaps maybe another chair and a table, coffee machine. Yes, my favorite is currently the vanilla orange Coke, I must say. I wonder if they have that downstairs in the vending machine. No, they don't. They only have chips. Dumb. Anyway. Yes, vanilla orange Coke. Very nice. And Dreamlab, there is indeed a drink that I used to love in Germany. They call it Mezzo Mix. And it's made by the Coca-Cola company. And it's also in other parts of Germany. It's known as Spezi, and it's literally 50% Coke and 50% Fanta. But Fanta in America is very different to Fanta in Europe, by the way. So Fanta is a product, by the way, that was designed by a German beverage company to compete against Coca-Cola, because the armed forces, the Allies, the Americans, they brought their own Coca-Cola machines to Germany when it was Allied territory, and even before that, even during the Second World War. And so they created that orange tasting drink, Fanta, which is the abbreviation for fantastic, I believe. So very, very exciting thing there. And it used to be, it's the same color in Germany and in Europe. The Fanta orange is the same color as Mountain Dew over here. But in America, they've made it extremely orange. So it looks properly orange. It's like day glow orange. It also tastes differently. The European version is nice compared to the American version. It's overly saturated with sugar, and it has a color to it that you'd think that basically tells you to stay away from it. But hey, different countries, different rituals, I guess. Do you know, I'm thinking perhaps we're not just going to put a straight divider here. I think we need something with glass. Let's not have that straight divider. Let's go something with glass here. I think we've got this, which is an L compartment, but we also have this, which is a straight compartment that is just made of glass. So I would like to put one of those here. Don't think we have the glass for it. So we can't finish building this, but that would be awesome. And then over here we can put another multi-purpose room or something along those lines. Perhaps even an L-shaped piece that goes around here. And then we can have another room over here, something along those lines. I think that's going to look great. But we need more quartz to make more glass to finish our project. So I'm just going to leave that hanging here. I can just about look inside, but I can't walk inside yet. But then Mountain Dew doesn't exist in Europe, does it? I don't think Mountain Dew exists in Europe. That's such a shame, because Mountain Dew is a really cool drink. It's nice. It almost tastes similar to the European Fanta, actually. It's slightly sweeter, and I believe it has... Does it have caffeine in it?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yes, and then from one glassy room we can look into another glassy room. We could even go to town. We can literally make this like an outpost, turn around here and perhaps somehow connect this to the moon pool. I don't know, something like that. I'm thinking we should do that. That'll make for a very exciting base. But before we can do that, we need to do more research peddling, I guess. We need to have more quartz. And we need to have more, perhaps our scanner room can help us out there. And we need more copper, because I don't think we have copper anymore. So let's go do that. That would be nice, yeah, maybe a hotel, Bates Motel, Jay's Motel, that'd be cool. Do you know, again, this all relies on copper. Look, we can make two things that are very exciting. I think we should add that here. Aside from the aquarium, the obvious choice for the busy Starfleet survivor on planet 4546b, there is this thing which is indeed a sign, and you can post that up here and then you can write anything you want on there. I don't know if it's going to work outdoors, but it's certainly going to work indoors. So we can, if we have a larger base, we can make ourselves some signs and point to what is where, like, you know, fabrication station and all that. And then, of course, here we have a picture frame, and all these things, they rely on copper. And I think we don't have enough copper to make all that happen. So the quartz cupboard is bare. That's a shame. The copper cupboard, copper locker, copper is here, there we go. We have no copper anymore. So we have one piece of copper, but we need 2 copper ores to make 1 copper wire, and then that'll make a picture frame or a sign. So I think we're going to look for quartz to make more glassy pieces like these things here, and we're going to look for more copper to make more, you know, signs and picture frames. I think that's going to be exciting. And perhaps we're going to do that in our sea moth. One of those things is, of course, that there's another item that we haven't built yet. I think we've got the look, this is all the white empty walls here. There needs to be more stuff on the walls here rather than just the natural selection poster, which looks terrible. I'm thinking of throwing that away. It really isn't. This is a letdown on the base here. I don't really like that. So we're going to put some picture frames up here and perhaps extend the base over here too. That'd be nice. And for that we need resources. And one thing that'll help us to make these resources become available is this magical thing that we found recently on the Aurora, which is, of course, I was going to say the jumpsuit. It's not the jumpsuit, it's the prawn suit. What's this? A beacon fragment. We don't need that really, do we? But hey, let's clean up the joint. There we go. Beacon fragment. It looks like a regular beacon there. There's another beacon fragment here. Fish. That's what we can try the stasis rifle on and freeze these fish in place. That's going to be a lot of fun. But, like so often, must not get distracted with too much stuff here. Stay on track. Come on, stay on track. This quartz appears to be below the surface, so we're not going to look for that. Quartz, I believe, is more in caves. Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. We go down there, and then this explodo fish is going to come along. Yeah, him. We were just talking about you. Please don't explode in my face. Thanks, dude. That's awesome. Exactly what I was trying to avoid. Oh my god, there's another guy. He looks so harmless. Mutual destruction. What do we have here? Creature egg. It's transparent. No, let's not do that. Let's not go into creature eggs yet. Oh, dude. The prawn suit will be able to cut these large blocks of stuff into smaller pieces, so we'll be able to really easily mine things like copper and quartz and salt and all these things. It'll be very easy for us to do, but we haven't got the prawn suit yet. We could have a peek later to see what items we need for that, and then if it's not actually that bad, we might as well just go and start getting some resources ready to build that thing, because it does come in handy at times. So that is a bit of quartz here. That's good to begin with. Let's go and follow whatever the scanner room is telling us where else to go. Oh yeah, another cave. Good stuff. Perhaps I should take a health pack while I'm here. And perhaps I'm also going to just invest into, yeah, nutrient block. There we go. That's good. Health taking a... Oh yeah, 2 of you. That's good. Yeah, that's very nice. shoot me now. But it looks like we have discovered quartz cavern here. That's very nice. Exactly what we need. Lots of quartz to make our vision of a glass base a reality. This is another one of those friends here. If you sound so grumpy, that can't be good for your health. Oh, inventory full. Well, perhaps we'll ditch some titanium. We've got so much titanium, we don't really need that much. We're on a quartz hunt. Is this anything exciting? Titanium, well. Keep it! That should be enough. Oh, there it is. I was thinking I could see the light here, but where is the sea moth? Here it is. That's cool. Oh, really? Subnautica was originally devised as a multiplayer game? I have no idea. Whoops. Sorry, fish. I didn't mean to kill you all there. That was a total accident. I can't even imagine what multiplayer would be like in Subnautica. But I can see it being an interesting game mode there. Can you imagine multiple people being in the same world at the same time? And then you can just do, I don't know, co-op bases together or take out monsters and come up with plans and chat in-game. That'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, glass. We need glass. We only found quartz, haven't we? That's no problem. Let's turn that into a bit of glass. That's a great idea. I never thought about this. Do you know, that would be a good idea. Julia thinks the idea would be to get people to sell their resources to other people in exchange for other things. So, you know, I don't know, 10 titanium would be worth 2 copper or whatever. That'd be very cool, very good idea. So this, does that work from the inside? No. We can see something's going on here, but we need to go on the outside for that to be completed. That's also an idea. One person builds, the other one hunts and gathers. I remember Julia and I had lots of fun playing the Halo story mission in co-op. That was cool. Same story, just play it with two different people. That's very, very cool. Interesting idea. So that's a nice little start to whatever project this is going to turn out to be. I'm going to try and, I mean, all this empty space, that would be good for a base attachment here. What do you think we should do? Should we put another one of these rooms at the end of this? Like this multi-purpose room, should we put another one here so that we can do schnick-schnack and shenanigans in it? Or shall we put one of those L pieces here, like an L piece that goes around like so? What do you think? L piece is somewhere around here. This one here. That I'm thinking either that, put that here, like so. Or do you favor the idea of putting another all-purpose room on the back here? I think this could look quite nice when you walk around the kind of glassy tunnel here, as opposed to all-purpose room, which would be you know, functional. All-purpose room, there we go. But it would also look terrible. Oh, we can't actually put that here. Subnautica won't let us do that. Oh, it's too close to the ground. Oh, that's why it intersects with the ground here. Well, I guess that's that problem sorted. But I think if we could build another one over here, now that would be an idea. That would be cool. Oh, perhaps I should catch my breath before I die out here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Fluid intake. Fluid intake. Let food. There we go.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yes, yes. Oh, speaking of fluid intake, let me go and switch that scanner room off quickly because there's all these orange things, they annoy me and they cost energy. So let's go switch that off. There we go. And now these things should go away. There we go. Good stuff. We can also check on the progress. Woo, look at that. The progress of our gardening project here. Look at that. It's like having part of the island inside the base. That is very cool. And really all we need now is a coffee machine, don't we? That would be exciting. So I can go and pick these fruit up now. He has fruit. He doesn't have that much fruit yet, but he already has fruit. That's cool. And one can be planted into here. It makes another lantern fruit tree. That's cool. Look at them grow. So cute and tiny. And the rest of them we can now eat. If we had more space in the inventory, we could pick more. So that's good. So that's what this is going to be. We don't have to worry so much about catching fish anymore and can focus more about on other missions, such as, you know, building stunning bases. So yeah, perhaps we're going to go and do that L with glass, the glass L, bend that around and perhaps put another multi-purpose room over here. That would extend the base. It does, doesn't it? The plants, they're really nice and you just plant them and they take a little bit of time to grow, but then unlimited food supply and water supply. That sounds great, Rod. Yeah. Bring her in. I do have a... Did you send me a picture of R? Which one is R again? I think we have a picture of her. We'll see when we hunt for copper. We're going to plaster the wall with TNA girls. And other things. You know, I'm thinking there's one for the 3D Shenanigans logo. I think we should put that in. Perhaps, you know, upstairs in that room here. Moonpool can be the TNA girls' room. We'll see. It's going to be a nice base. It's going to be a nice base. And if any of you have nice renders in 16:9, that's the only thing we need, 16:9 renders, then we can hopefully make it happen that they appear in the game. It's going to look very, very cool. There. That's nice. So now I'm thinking if we can't build a room here just yet, let's just go build that glassy tunnel. Keep building the glassy tunnel like this one over here. Perhaps with this, always keeping a little eye on the hull integrity. Oh, -0.5 damage due to weak hull strength of -0.5. Build reinforcements or remove weak parts. Ay caramba. Okay, let's put another one of those reinforcements in here. Oh, we can use reinforcements or we can use these base plates here. This is a base. This thing looks dead ugly, but it does make the base more stable. Perhaps we're going to just add another one down here. What do you think? What are you more into, this base at the bottom or the reinforcements on the wall? Look at that, our base, it's flooding. My God. That poor chair underwater. Oh my God, the battery charger. No, switch off the battery charger before anything happens. This is crazy. Oh, lucky us, actually. This is probably... It doesn't destroy the electronics. I'm quite glad about that. What happens to the scanner room? Do you think the scanner room is on? Oh yeah. My oxygen level is, of course, going to kill me while I'm marveling at the fact... Oh my God, there's no oxygen in the base anymore. Oh, man. Go up, yes, that's a good idea, thank you. Wall reinforcements? Wall reinforcements it is, that's good. I'm just going to grab a health pack here because my health isn't the best. And perhaps I'll walk up at the top here. Yes. We could build this tower up much higher so that it pokes out of the water. That'd be quite nice. And have another one of those rooms at the top. That's a cool idea. Wall reinforcements. Come on, let's see if we can do that. We have enough lithium to do that. Perhaps we'll put another one here and another one here. Can we do that? Can we do that from the outside? Let's try. Lithium and titanium. Yeah, let's put one here. That's cool. Is one going to work? +7. That's perfect. That's perfect. I think I'm going to put another one here so that we have a bit more, you know, to play with. Also makes it look very, very sexy from the outside. Anything more sexy than that would literally be a window. I like the windows from the outside. So I'm thinking of putting more windows into the front here. Oh my god, it looks terrible when it's all flooded. And these must be the things that are broken on the inside. So we're going to have to take a deep breath, and then equipped with the repair tool, we're going to have to go around the base and see if we can repair this joint. Ay caramba, mamacita. Oh man, look at this. That's terrible. Yeah, now we're swimming through. This looks like the old abandoned Degazi habitat now, doesn't it? Repair tool, check. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what we need, Julia. Damperit TM. And there's another one. So the scanner room's really taking it. Part of the difficulty is finding out what is actually broken here. My god, the flooded base, that's criminal. Moon pool also not exactly stable. Oh, this is cool. Can we catch some air here? Yes. Oh, that's good. That's nice. God, Rod, I'm so happy we didn't put the Girls from TNA pictures up there yet. They'd be damp now. Kitty, are you okay? Well, Kitty's wearing a helmet, so I think she's okay. She's keeping calm there. And then, of course, there's the creepy music. That's just... Did I see repair here somewhere? Oh, here, yes, that's... My god, that looks terrible. And then the glass is broken as well. We need to repair that as well. My god. Observatory. Any leaks here? Oh, that looks stable. Oh my god, I can see the oxygen coming in here at the top room. Yeah, it's not exactly flush with the wall here, that object, but hey, from the front it looks okay. Oh, it looks so dangerous. They've done that really well, I must say. Yeah, this is in its correct position here. The other one wasn't. Good thing we have so many batteries. Yeah, that's broken. And then, of course, if you don't fix the underlying problem first, like the hull integrity, if you leave that and you try and fix these things, then these rifts pop up elsewhere. And that's not nice either. Come on, this has got to be one of the final ones here. You had cracks in the basement, Rod? Yes, good point. Empty. Ah, no. Can you believe it? Am I going to die in my own base now? Where's the exit? I'm confused. Oh, look, I've got more oxygen left than I thought. How did that happen? I was on the cusp of dying. Speaking of which, let's switch to that thing. I know, how did that happen? Okay, let's try this one more time. Repair. Oh, look, it's behind here. Ah, that's sneaky, isn't it? Is this it? Nope. Is there another one behind here? Yeah, my God, look, the breakage is behind the lockers. That's crazy. I didn't know that could happen. Oh, this is crazy creepy. Oh man, more breakage here.
Hull integrity restored.
Hey!
Training systems initiated.
On the double there, computer. Ah. My desk. Okay, this is good, this is good. Things are getting back to normal slowly. Slowly but surely. Oh. I need a coffee. Let's have a look what that looks like at the ground floor, on the mezzanine, I should say. That is a very nice effect, I must say. Water inside the water, underwater. Now all we have to deal with is a bit of wet foot syndrome here. I think I'm wearing my flippers already, so that's not that bad actually. Good stuff. And careful everyone when you're walking into that first all-purpose room here. It may just be a little bit slippy for the next foreseeable future there, but hey, you get used to it. You get used to it. Okay, hull integrity has been restored. That's good. Now, let's see if we can, while we're base building here, perhaps I can try and put, what do you think, another room here? Or shall we have another kind of piece of glass that goes through here? What materials have we got? We've got one piece of glass left. So that's probably better suited for a window then. Unless, of course, I mean, that's another thing. We could deconstruct that observatory here. If we deconstruct this, but I do like the observatory, I must say. I do like the observatory. We could take it away and put it elsewhere. We could attach it to, I don't know, to this thing here. We could have an observatory offshoot here or here. Yeah, but Christina, the plants had salt water. I don't know if that was healthy for them or not. Yeah, we do need another room. We need several rooms, actually. But then, of course, if we... Yeah, maybe we should... I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? We could do with another room. We could attach a room right here, but for that we need to destroy the observatory. Or we can keep building a glass tunnel further beyond the observatory and then put an all-purpose room here. That would be interesting. Could then even break through and make a tunnel over to here, attach it to the base here. For that we just need to remove a couple of these, my favorite lockers here. Put storage elsewhere. Yeah. I'm going to try and put a glass tunnel here first. I think actually no, let's leave that for another time, because we don't have glass anymore. We only have one piece of glass left, which would probably be good for a window. So perhaps there could be another window. Window behind here. Yeah, this would be nice. That had a window. But then if we undo one of these, let's try that. Let's go take that reinforcement away. Oh my god, the oxygen thing again. Okay, let's go swap that tank over and put a window in here, I'm thinking. And now we can look inside a little plant room. I like it. Because now that reinforcement, we could just put that on the side here. Let's put that reinforcement here rather. Oops. Because that's where the vending machine is, so, you know, that's nice. And then perhaps we can move these around and then put another couple of windows down here, because then I love to see inside our base when I'm arriving with my sea moth there and go, hey, look at that's our plants and our vending machine and, you know, other stuff that we may put in there. Okay. Well, I guess the big copper hunt shall begin. What do you think? Copper makes signs and picture frames.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Picture frame, one of which we already have here. That's another thing we would love to try out. So rather than deconstructing it, there is a way to go and how do I upload a picture here? Not so much with deconstruct. Oh, just click it. There we go. Look, these are Rod's pictures now here. The girls from TNA. This is our vending machine picture, so we know that works. So we can just go upload, and then that's vending machine twice in the room. Very cool. So I think the same thing should work with the girls from TNA. Look at that. Upload that. There we go. Girls from TNA inside Subnautica. Hello, girls. How's it going? Oh, you and your fluid intake all the time. That's just terrible. So I'm not going to drink water. I think I'm going to go and eat some plants here. Perhaps, you know, marble melon, Chinese potatoes, bobo tree. Let's get some bobo tree. There, hack that off. Eat this. Ah, no need to make water. All we need to do is just keep hacking that bobo tree down and just make sure we don't destroy it completely. And should we do that, we'll just have to plant a seed there. Same with the lantern fruit, we can just pick some. And the cool thing about this is that it'll just regrow. And we can just keep eating this. Yes, very good. Thank you, Rod. Thank you, classy decor. And that can't be the last of them. We have to plaster this base with nice images. I think it's going to be great, especially when we walk through things like boring tunnels like this. We could put another one here and here. Yeah. And stuff like this, yeah, we're not going to have that. That's terrible. I mean, even though it's an in-joke, I don't even like having it here. Let me just go and take that down. I'm going to put that in the trash. There. That's just, you know, ha. Gonski. Good stuff. Well, so copper, ladies and gentlemen. Copper can, of course, be procured if we just go and tell the scanner room, scan us some copper, please. But we can also see what... Oh, no, we can't actually, can we? There's no copper here. Yeah. We can also just try and build that, what's it called? The prawn suit. I wonder what we need for that. Let's go find out. We could look in our blueprint database, but since we haven't been traveling much recently, let's find our station here. Rechargeable batteries? What's that? Oh, the batteries. Okay, let's have a look here. Good idea. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. That's next on my priority list. I'm going to go climb up here and find that vehicle modification or that vehicle creation station. That's where that is. That's where we've left that. So if we go swim there, it'll tell us what components we need to build that prawn suit. And I don't think we'll do that today, unless, of course, we're in for a 6-hour session. Let's see. Vehicles, yes. Look at that. It's a sea moth. Cyclops. We don't know how to build that yet, but the prawn suit. Plus steel ingot, bit of aerogel, enameled glass, 2 diamonds, and 2 pieces of lead. Well, believe it or not, I think we have most of that. Enameled glass is just glass and a stalker tooth. So I think we can make glass out of 2 pieces of quartz. That's cool. Lead we have, diamonds we have, plus steel ingot and aerogel. I think those are the things we don't quite have yet, nor do we know how to make them. Let's find out. And then we'll recharge our batteries on that occasion. Good idea, good idea. See if they still work after the flood. That's another thing we want to find out. So let's go and pick them all out. So now we should have 6 fully charged batteries here. That's perfect. And that will be, it's going to be this. Yes, you're going to be switched off, of course. And then we have the scanner. You see, everything needs to be charged up. We also have the Sea Glide, I believe. Sea Glide also probably needs to be recharged. Not majorly, but, you know, let's keep it efficient here. We Germans have it in for efficiency, definitely. Let's go and put those in here. There, perfect. Thank you for the tip, much appreciated. So plasteel ingot, how do we make that? Plasteel ingot, is that here? Basic materials, yes, that's the one. Titanium ingot and 2 lithium. We could make that. I think we have a titanium ingot somewhere. That's just 10 pieces of titanium. And aerogel had something to do with these gel sacks here. Ah. Yeah. I believe. Is that also basic material? No. Advanced material. Aerogel. A gel sack and a ruby. That's not bad. We have both of these things. As luck would have it. That's very cool. Why don't we just make that while we're here? Casually building the what's it called? The prawn suit. Did we need 2 of them? I think we needed 2 of them, didn't we? Let's make 2 aerogels. So that and one of that. And make that 2 aerogels. How exciting. I didn't think this was going to happen today. Why not indeed? 2 of those. I think we may have an issue with the lithium. So I don't think I have lithium anymore. No. So we've got this, but we don't have the lithium anymore to turn that into to turn that titanium ingot into a plasteel ingot. Lead we have tons of. I don't know where exactly we have that the titanium ingot either. So okay, so next time we're going to go hunt for some lithium. I think that's a good idea. Let's hunt for lithium next time. I'm going to put that in here. The aerogel, I think I'm going to have this locker is going to be in preparation for the prawn suit. I think that's a great idea. We're going to call it prawn material. Prawn suit. There we go. And maybe we'll no. We're going to go and give that a little color. I was thinking color, dude. Color, I was thinking red. Red good? What do you think? Red? We have, what have we got? Red, white, green, blue, purple. Purple, is that good? And we have yellow. Maybe red. I'm thinking red. If you have any other suggestions, let me know. It's easily fixed. The oxygen tank, what do you mean? In regards to batteries, Christina, what did you mean about the oxygen tank? I think it doesn't need batteries. It can just be filled up. Well, I think I have, yes. Yeah, look, I think I've used it. So otherwise this would now be, say, it would be empty. Yeah, it's definitely full. Thanks for letting me know. This is the thing that catches you out when you're in the middle of trying to, you know, find something. So I think in order to make more picture frames, we need more copper. So we can go and hunt around for more copper. I don't quite remember. Did we build a second scanner room somewhere? Or was that in another game of mine? I can't remember now. I had also kind of expected this to be my sea moth now, but I guess I didn't park it here. Maybe I just left it outside. I must have left it outside. Look at that. It's over there. Because if we have a second scanner room, then we can just go and take that and put it up somewhere else, or maybe, you know, maybe see if we can find copper elsewhere, slightly further away.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
If we do have that, we should have a buoy there somewhere, or a beacon rather. Mini base, exciting wreck, jelly shroom entrance. Mini base, let's have a look at that. I don't remember where that is. Let's see if we can find that red marker. There's our mini base. I'm just picking this point completely arbitrary because I don't remember what is there at that mini base. I have a feeling there may be resources there. And we'll just go have a look. Just have a look around. So I want to find some copper and deck out the base a little bit more with more pictures, and then we can wrap it up. So it's going to be another maybe 20 minutes or so. That's my plan. Unless of course we can find something extremely interesting, and then perhaps in the next episode we'll go ahead and build that exciting prawn suit and see how much fun we can have with that. That'll be good for mining resources. And oh, there we go, a mini base. Look at it go. How exciting. There's really not much to it, is there? I'm thinking we can, in order to find other resources elsewhere, we can literally take this and go and use a similar setup, just use a scanner room like that. So one solar panel, a hatch to enter there, and then have a scanner room, and then we have a scanner room at a different location that lets us have a look at other resources in different places. Christina, what did you mean? What needs to be replaced? The oxygen tank. We also have that new marker on it, which is the proposed Degazi habitat 250 meters below. So that's something to check out as well. Perhaps we're going to do that too. That's exciting. I'm just going to have a look inside this mini base and see what's in there. Maybe there's, there's stuff in here we can use. Well, when you say aboard, that's not quite, this could do with some pictures as well, couldn't it? I don't know if we need that base. We can probably deconstruct it and use the materials for something else. I'll leave it here for now. I think we've made it because this was an oxygen point when we dived down deep here. Now we have our sea moth. We should be able to get down here a little bit better. Also, our sea moth is now capable of going down to about 300 meters down. That wasn't something we could do before, so it's well worth reinvestigating that area. See if we can find more lithium there. Oh yeah, the oxygen tank, all you need to do is basically just put it on. Like if I click now as swap items, then basically this item here is being swapped with that item, and because they're the same, you don't actually see that that's happening. But if you hover over it, you see that they're both full still. So I think we're good. Otherwise, it'll say it's empty. That's another thing we need to work on. There's another oxygen tank that's a bit bigger. So it's about this big here, and that has over 200 seconds of oxygen in there. So we can turn one of ours into that with this thing called the modification station, I think. And that we haven't found yet. This is a good example of a resource we can... This is salt basically, but we can't pick it up. We need special equipment to collect this resource, and that special equipment, that is the prawn suit. So the prawn suit has some kind of drilling arm, I seem to remember, and that can break this into smaller pieces, and that we could then pick up. The poor vending machine, look at that, it's all crushed. I can still see packs of chips in there, come on. Metal salvage, we're not going to pick that up just yet. Sea moth fragment, we have that already too. I'm going to go deep sea diving here in the 250 meter deep down Degazi habitat thing there. Maybe we'll find some more lithium there. That's also good for getting that prawn suit ready next time. But hopefully we're going to find some copper resources as well. So copper, from what I remember, is in these little shale outcrops here. Not the lighter ones, but the slightly darker ones. Quartz is also good to pick up because we do need some more glass. See if we can find that other entrance. Ah. Ouch. Have we looked at this? I think we've looked at this, haven't we? I don't quite remember if we've been in here or not. That's locked. Ah. Ooh, speaking of the modification station, could that be a part of it? That would be nice. Let's scan it. Yes, mobile vehicle bay fragment. Now we have that already. Funky chair, funky desk, non-command desk. I'm very happy to see that the electronics in this thing are still working, even though it's been underwater for a couple of days now. Can you remember if we've been in here? Have we seen this before? Oh yeah, I guess we haven't, because otherwise this thing would be lasered open. And this one, look at that, 2 doors that could be lasered open. Let's do that. With the laser cutter. I'm glad we found this. So sometimes it's difficult to come across wrecks, and you just explore and you find them completely unannounced. See what we find inside here. Because speaking of rechargeable batteries, there's another item in the game which is the rechargeable, the power cell recharger, and that's equally important because that recharges the things in the Seamoth. So if ever we needed to have the Seamoth, okay, that was just the exit here. If ever we needed to recharge the Seamoth somewhere, we can utilize that recharger. Now here, Christina, if I go over and go on this oxygen tank now, and I swap these things around, then I have oxygen. And now this tank tells me it's empty. So as soon as we go back into somewhere with oxygen, I'll have to go swap them over, and then the second tank will refill itself as well. And we're in. If this thing moves out of the way. This looks hot still. I'm glad I didn't get hurt. Yes, exactly. As soon as you equip it, then it fills itself. Lightweight, high capacity tank, lighter build allows for enhanced maneuverability. Thank you very much. We're gonna have to put, we had that already. Damn. Much like this thing, laser cutter fragment, we have that already. But hey, more titanium. The mobile vehicle bay fragment, we have that already as well. It just goes to show some of these artifacts are in multiple places. Disinfected water, I think I'm going to drink that immediately. There we go. And there's the #1 girlfriend in everybody's Starfleet Live.
30 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to go and... Speaking of it, battery charger. I'm going to go and catch some air, and then we'll come back and have a look at the rest of this. Is that the right exit here? No, it wasn't. Yeah, so now this one refills, but the other one is not quite full yet, so I have to go and now switch over, so swap items, and then that now refills as well. But it's something that's so easily forgotten that sometimes I'm thinking, oh, I'll just go swap over to my other tank. Oh my god, it's empty! 200 meters down below, and you think, that's just crazy. So another supply crate here with water inside. Nice. And this is the battery charger fragment. So the power cell charger looks very similar, just has 2 slots and it's a bit larger. So we're not going to need to scan that here. We know that already. Or maybe we'll scan it. Let's scan it. Cleans up the joint a little bit. I wish I was a neat freak in real life. There. And I think that's that wreck explored on the inside, is it? Unless there's other items that we find. No, I think that was it. Sometimes there's stuff around here, such as copper, which is what we're really looking for. Quartz, always good. Creature egg, oh no, keep it, keep it. Okay, onwards then to that other entrance. Hopefully, oh, more quartz. Hopefully we're going to find it. That'd be quite nice. That'll be our mission. Find copper, maybe some more lithium. Quartz, nice. Pick up some quartz while we're here. Slightly difficult to spot. Oh, look at that. That's a creepy little screenshot here too. For next Friday, by the way, I'm planning to do something fog related. I'm planning to create some planes that can be used in DAZ Studio as a splat, like a two-dimensional object that has transparency on it, and that'll just create some two-dimensional fog for our scenes. There's a sale on right now at DAZ, isn't there always? And this one is some published artists have a 40% off sale, and I've been talking to, oh, there we go, gold. I've been talking to David Davis in France about exchanging some indoor and outdoor scenes by stonemason, and exchange the scene files and see how they render on 3 GTX 1080 Ti cards in his machine versus 2 RTX 2080 cards in my machine, and see how much faster they are, and you know, all that sort of thing. So stonemason scenes, they look great. They would look even better if there was some smoke or fog in the scenes, like, you know, stuff that escapes from, I've lost where I was going to go now. Some fog and stuff that comes out of the street, man covers, and just some atmospheric stuff. So that I've got planned for next Friday. Yeah, me too, Rod. Let's look into this together. I'm hoping I can work out how to do it, and then I'm hoping I can tell you how it works. It is fairly simple from what I'm thinking. It's just a two-dimensional plane, and we're going to go and add a texture to that, and that texture will have fog on it or smoke, and it'll then go and just be mounted in front of the camera. So no matter where I move my camera, the fog is, or the smoke is going to be always in place there. I can't find that marker anymore here. Looks like it's gone. Sometimes that happens with Subnautica. When you get close to a buoy or a marker, it'll just disappear. So we were looking for proposed Degazi habitat, 250 meters. Yeah, look at this. It's oh no, there it is. Signal proposed Degazi habitat. It's still here somewhere. I just can't find it. Oh, here. Oh, there it is. Right. That's the other entrance. That's the other entrance to the jelly shroom cave. That's very cool. Lead, that's good. We need lead. What we got here? Silver. I won't say no to silver. Yeah, these things, sometimes copper is inside these things. Not today though. It's a good place to look for more of these puppies. Yeah, that's a really nice and easy way to do this, Rod. Absolutely. Render a two-dimensional, pre-render a two-dimensional or a three-dimensional scene and then import it as a two-dimensional kind of backdrop. And if the lighting is correct, it's barely noticeable. You can even do that process 2 or 3 times and then have basically animation layers behind one another. So you've got the character in the front in focus, and then you've got other things that are slightly out of focus behind, and then you've got some very distant objects perhaps that are even more out of focus. And that's how the early animation films did it, and each of them was animated at a different speed, and that then creates the illusion of the dimensions. I've not actually checked the size of my inventory here for a while. Ah, looks like we can't actually pick that much up anymore. We're just going to go deep dive quickly and make sure we remember where, whoops, ouch, where this entrance is. There we go. Another base. We have been here before. I don't think we've got that. We haven't been given these coordinates before. I'm not sure. I don't know, because usually they just disappear when you come close. He says, as they don't disappear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where we found lithium. Would you look at that? So first of all, this is magnetite. That's coming with us. That is the power cell charger fragment. Look at that. How exciting. Let's pick that up. Okay, Rod is saying I need to figure out how to make non-image parts of the postcard transparent. What I would do there probably is take the parts of the image that are supposed to be transparent and have Photoshop render them out as a black and white mask, like it was a black and white proper image, and then assign that image to be a transparency mask in the surface properties. And under iRay that will be a cutout property, and I think in 3D Light it's called a transparency. And we've definitely been here. Hey, that's a thing that does need to be repaired. Can I do that? Nah, done. Just thought I'd try. I'm thinking perhaps this area down here, that would be interesting to have a scanner room here. That'll be able to pick some resources up that we currently don't have that much access to. Like this is copper here, I think. Or gold even, gold. And once again, that prawn suit will be able to smash that into smithereens.
30 seconds.
Oh yes. Ah. Breath of fresh air. Oh, do we know you? You look like a peeper, but you're not a peeper, are you? We will go scan you. An oculus, look at that. Like a red-eye peeper. Dude, it's for medical research purposes. It's not gonna hurt. I'm not gonna eat you. I don't need to eat fish anymore. I promise. Oh, come on, Oculus. Desperately trying to scan this guy. He looks so cute with his red eye. Aha! Indigenous life forms, oculi. That'll be the plural, the correct plural of oculus, I guess. Oculi. Yeah, sometimes these things are so easy, aren't they, Rod? But it's the way you have to think about them to implement them. That's sometimes the tough bit. Modification station fragment. Now, this is also something we need. I think we can turn our oxygen tanks into something much more exciting then. Look at that. Woo! I like it. Modification station. Oh, that is something we could build today. Or maybe next time. Thermal blade. Look at that. Yeah, this thing here. Ultra high capacity tank. Lightweight capacity tank. Those types of things. We really need that. That's fantastic. Ultra glide fins. Those things we can make with the modification station. Seamoth depth module Mark II, so that allows us to go deeper. Prawn suit depth module. This is going to be great. This is going to be exciting stuff. All we wanted to do was hunt for some copper to get those picture frames sorted out. And look at all the exciting goodies we found. Modification station blueprint. Pink mushrooms. And that power cell charger fragment. Was that something? Can we build that already? Power cell charger. Cyclops engine efficiency module. And those are not the things that we're looking for. There we go. Power cell charger. Advanced wiring kit, 2 ruby and 2 titanium. Great. So we can build that, and the modification station we can now build as well. That's perfect. Okay, I think our inventory is, well, pretty full. I think I can drink some water here to free up one last slot. But I think this is a good point to go back home. Do we have enough copper now? We've got 2 pieces of copper. Okay, so we can put up 1 picture. Come on, we can at least do that. And then we'll wrap it up. Yeah, so don't forget to send me your renders if you want to have something displayed inside our phenomenally exciting base. All right, let's head home. Home sweet home. Do you know, while we're building picture frames, there's one other thing I want to do, and that is to build myself a bed so we can put our character to sleep before we visit him next time. It is a he, actually, our character. Whoops. Our character is in fact a he. In the next game, in Subnautica Below Zero, it'll be a she. I think we have her name already, but it escapes me right now. I've got my tripod moon base here, moon pool here. Hello, how you doing? Don't do that, don't ram me. Oh man, dude, that's disgusting. I hope we're acid resistant here. Where's that third leg, by the way? It's not quite touching the floor again, but hey. Okay, docking now. Oh no, not again! What's with the base flooding all the time? Okay, what is it now? That's crazy. Dude, would you please climb the ladder? That's crazy. It wasn't like that when we left now, was it? It was all... Yeah, very good. How did this happen? Unbelievable. Can't leave this place alone, not for 2 seconds. Look at the floor, it's terrible. The electronics and all this is all gonna get rusty here. Crazy. Oh man. I wish there was a way for us to see the hull integrity right now. I mean, I can see that how much power I've got and all that, but I don't have any hull integrity, so bizarre stuff. Anyway, we have enough copper. Let's build some copper wire. And that's the only copper wire we can build. So I will fritter some of these things away, like, you know, in the titanium locker. We've got so much titanium here. Well, actually, 10 of those make a titanium ingot. I'm going to make that. Very storage efficient and all that. There we go. Titanium ingot, because we need that together with some lithium to turn it into a plasteel ingot. There, that's perfect. And now I'm going to put that into the prawn suit locker. Put that in here. This we're going to keep. Magnetite, silver, and gold. Okay, cool. Copper, sadly not. Pick some lead up as well. I think we've got some lead. There we go. Lead is also good. Food magnetite. Yes, magnetite. Goes in here. Lithium out. We don't have that. 2 diamonds. I have a feeling we need 3 for that prawn suit. That's always what you don't have, isn't it? More titanium that can go in here. And do we have a gold and silver locker as well? We certainly do. Silver goes in here. Quartz can go in here. There. Perfect. So now we're left with a purple tablet. I'm going to put that in the prawn suit locker for now, in case anyone asks. There. That's exactly what happened. Saboteurs. That must have been them sabotaging our base. Yeah, there we go. Well, it's time for something to eat, I think. I'm going to go for some lantern fruit, perhaps. Vast amounts of them. There. Food taken care of. Regrows automagically. Delicious and nutritious. Perhaps a bit of bubble tree to quench that thirst until we find that coffee machine, which I'm very much looking forward to. Have we found it already? Have we found that coffee machine? Oh, see, look, this is what happened now. I've hacked the bubble tree off so much that eventually it's just gone. And it gives me 3 spores here. So one of which I can eat, of course. But 2 of them I can eat. And one of them I mustn't eat. I must put that back in here in the planter. And then just, you know, give it some time and it'll just regrow into one of these guys. Yeah, do we have a coffee machine? I mean, that would be hilarious. Coffee machine. Should be close to where that vending machine is. No, I would have remembered. We haven't found it yet. It'll be in this section if we had it. Well, first things first, posters. Goes from TNA down here. Let me show you the other thing we can do with copper wire. We can go and with our habitat builder equipped, we can build either that picture frame from copper wire, or we can build that sign. So sign is literally just that. And now you can put the cursor on here, and then you can say, I don't know, bedroom. You can put an arrow either side, so whichever side you want the arrow. You can also have it up or down. You can have more than one arrow. So our bedroom is kind of, you know, down here and then up there, I guess. And you can give it an outline, and you can also change the text color here. So that's one thing we can do with copper wire, and then that means if we have a really large base, at least we know where that thing is. You know, if I think Julie and I had such a large base that we didn't really remember where all our amenities are or were. Yes, the bathroom. I wonder that as well. Fiber mesh we need for a bed. How do we get fiber mesh again?
It's the
Oh, the creep vine. Yeah, the creep vine. Right, okay. Well, the sign, I don't think the sign makes much sense in our case, so we're going to go deconstruct that and turn it into a picture frame. Since we've got one here already, perhaps we're going to put a picture frame on here now, I'm thinking. And that works like that. Boom, very cool. It's just black right now, so let's go and pick another image, either this one here. See what that's like. That'd be kind of cool. See the girls from TNA, and then we can maybe put a little arrow here. That's nice. And we have that here, we have that here. That's cool. Or we'll see what the group picture looks like. That's everybody. Look at that. They have a computer. They've got two computers there on the left and on the right. Very cool. Group shot. Oh yeah, see, it cuts a little bit off here at the top. I don't think it's anything to worry about. I think the other picture, I like the colors. That this one's yellow and the other one was red. I think that's kind of cool. Let's do that. Let's go with this yellow one. Let's do that. There, very nice. Well, one last quick trip. To get some creep vine. Was it the creep vine itself, or was it the creep vine seed? Let's have a look. Let's have a look in there. Oh, actually, let's park ourselves over that brain coral here. There, we don't have to worry then. And let's have a look at the blueprint database. The database, as the computer calls it. Fiber mesh, aerogel, fiber mesh, creep vine sample. Okay, get that knife out. Yeah, this is creep vine here. All the green stuff, the kelp basically, that's creep vine. And then the yellow things, they make lubricant, I think. These things, so we can pick these up, but the green stuff here, we have to hack bits off with a knife. I think we'll cut off 4 here. Good to know that it grows in the neighborhood. That's very cool. So we can go swim there. We don't have to get out our car. This is basically, it's the equivalent of walking to the local off-license store, isn't it?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Get a greeting from our computer. That's nice. I think Windows should do that. Whenever I switch it on, it should say, "Hello, Jay. How are you?" And then, of course, we need a little bit of titanium, as we always do. And then, oh, titanium locker happens to be empty. Backup titanium locker. Very good. Don't think we need more than 2 pieces here. I guess so, yes. The fiber mesh is Subnautica cotton, because fiber mesh is also used in bandages. So if you wanted to make yourself a med kit, rather than taking it from the med kit fabricator, you can also take that from the regular fabricator, and that uses fiber mesh also. Now we have a choice of beds here. What do you think? A basic double bed or a single bed? Which one do you think we should use? Let's try them both and see which one looks better. So this would be a single bed. Maybe, you know, put that on the side here like so. Now we have to put it like this. We can't put it with the headpiece. We can't put it with the headpiece against the wall. That's a shame. We can't put that here anymore either. It worked a minute ago. There we go. That's the single bed. I like to put it slightly further towards the wall, but for some reason that wasn't possible. Yeah, I think so too. I think Dreamlab, it's a very nice idea that they've made that. It makes this such a more, yeah, just a more personal game, doesn't it? That thing doesn't even fit in here. What's happening? Why does this not fit? The double bed. Do we need to sleep downstairs, do you think? That's terrible. I thought upstairs could be our bedroom. I don't want to sleep in the hallway. Even though I guess, you know, I suppose we could sleep in the observatory. That would be cool. Imagine that. Get rid of the chair. And just put a bed in here. Now that would be exciting, wouldn't it? Yeah, like that. Sleep underwater. I don't know if you'd get nightmares though. That's a classy bedroom and a half. What do you think? I think we should go for the double bed. What do you think? That's better, right? Double bed versus the single bed. I'm not sure about putting it into the observatory here. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you know, you'd come into the base and the first thing you see is your bed. I mean, that's very inviting, but I don't know. It's just... Well, can you imagine the thing springs a leak next time and then everything gets flooded now? We need to put that in the upstairs bedroom, I think. Yeah, let's deconstruct it. Try and fit it one more time in the upstairs bedroom. And then we'll go to sleep. That's exciting. That advances time, from what I understand. Yeah, I'm thinking this should be enough room here. The observatory, Rod, do you think we should put it in the observatory? Oh, there we go. We can rotate it like this. Whoops. What happened here? I just found that when I click the middle button on my controller, some menu comes up. That's interesting. You know, Christina, that's a very good idea. Let's put another reinforcement in here somehow. I just don't know why that double bed doesn't want to fit into the upstairs bedroom here. That's just crazy. Does it need a room all to itself? We may just have to either use the single bed up here, or we can put the double bed in the observatory. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use a single bed for now. We can always change it. Single bed doesn't look so bad, but it just doesn't fit properly. I don't understand this. Who knows how these engines work? What's in the way there? Perhaps it's the ladder. This was... I've got like 1 pixel that's legal to put the bed here somehow. Yeah, there it was, there. Okay, this doesn't look great, but at least that's the only place I'm allowed to put my bed. Yes, strengthen the hull integrity. Let's do that. I think I've run out of lithium to use these reinforcements on the wall. So I think I'm going to go with one of those things at the bottom of the base that needs a bit of lead and some titanium. Titanium we have. Lead is here. I don't know how much lead or how much titanium. Let's find out. Yeah, this thing here. 2 titanium, 2 lead. Perfect, perfect. Yes, I don't like to have that flooding happen again. I think I'm going to put it right down here, next to this other piece here. Yeah, somewhere here. Totally not allowed to do that. That's terrible. Could put it here. Let's put it underneath one of these. Just put it underneath. Yeah, this. Okay, if that's allowed, we'll put it here. Okay, let's see how much that strengthens our base. 14.5, so even before that it was 12.5. It shouldn't have sprung a leak, I think. It shouldn't really have sprung a leak. It doesn't make any sense. It's totally integral hull stuff thing. Well, since we have so much hull integrity, I'm going to go and put our quartz to good use. Because, you know, that's 1 glass, 2 glass. There we go. Make 2 glass and deck out the upstairs bedroom with a few more windows, I think. Yeah, I don't understand that either, why the bed is kind of illegal to, you know, in so many places. It may be due to the ladder and the other stuff that we've got there. It could be down to that. Yeah, so I'm thinking perhaps another window could go here. Or we could make the windows left and right so that we have, yeah, let's do that, let's do that. That's like the full panoramic, total panoramic view. It could be we're using too much glass, that's also possible. Look, 12.5 is the hull integrity here, so that shouldn't really do anything nasty. Hey, I like it. That is good. Some plants up here, and then that's it. I think we're so tired. Let's go to bed. Nice and comfy. Whew. That was nice. It wasn't really a black picture, but I think, yeah, exactly. Stretch yourself, and another day begins on planet 4546b. I think this was a good session. I think next time we should go on to building that prawn suit, and then we'll see what else we can come up with. See if we can explore some of those larger resources down at the bottom of the jelly shroom cave, and that'll be next Saturday at 4 p.m. If you can make it, that would be super awesome. It'd be lovely to have you again on Saturday. But on Monday, as I said, on Monday, before Monday at 4 p.m., I'd like to do this test on Mixer. So I've put my Mixer URL at the top of the chat. It's just mixer.com/VersLuis, my last name. And at 4 p.m. I'd like to do some testing and see what it's like to interact with that super low latency there, less than a second. I was thinking we can play some Portal, perhaps. If you're free on Monday 4 p.m., let me know. It'd be awesome to see you there. I'll post that on my community tab in YouTube as well. So, you know, you can then go there and we'll see what we do. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you hopefully next time. Take care. Bye-bye.